Welcome to the Hampshire 1900 start for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 19th of March 1954, which is about 7 months on from the end of the last part, where we were working on planning a metro line down in Milford-on-Sea. We're going to give you an update related to that in a little while. But first, as usual, I want to say a big thank you for your comments and feedback. You guys give me a lot to think about. And in this part, what I'd like to do is shift the focus towards planning our new town in Southsea, because I think that's going to be very important for developing our economy. But first, I'm just going to give you an update of where we are, because during the period when I was playing off camera, we had a little bit of a problem to do with waste here. You can see that our kind of waste disposal system here has got a bit overloaded. You can see that we've got a lot of ash in here. This is all pure ash, and you can see I've also got ash out here, and I've also got an ash plant here. Now this isn't due to the fact that there's so much waste being generated by this area. It's down to the fact that I made a bit of a mistake, in the sense that I overloaded this garbage collection system here, which kind of filled up this almost completely, and then that left to things flowing over, starting to fill up in this area, which actually paralyzed the industry in this area, especially our gravel production. So what I had to do was build this new technical services. In fact, we'll rename you, we'll call you industrial rubbish. So what we got here, in fact, I'm going to increase you to 2,000 meters. And what this done is this started collecting all the waste from here, but of course what happened is this started to fill up. It got almost close to 350 tons. And so what's happening now is I'm just trying to let this get ahead and actually clear this out. But because this is running constantly at the moment, you can see here when it's got 5 workers in, this is running constantly, and that means that we're producing a lot more waste in this area, which is causing problems. This is snow clearance. Let me just rename this as well. Clearance. So that is the situation in Eastleigh. I had a bit of a problem down in Southampton. Actually, before we do that, I'll just show you what I'm having a bit of a problem with also is keeping these trains busy. So what I've set up over here is we've got this line being built here, which is getting there. But what I also want to do is make sure that this guy's always got something to do. So I've set this line up here. You can see it will take us half of the way down to Warstock when this is built here. So that's the idea behind this. And then eventually, because I think connecting Milford-on-Sea with with Eastleigh and Warstock is going to become pretty important over the course of the game. The other thing that's going on here is in Southampton. I've got a bit of a problem with these buildings here. At the moment, these still need to be built. So as you can see here, these are complaining about they've got no food and they can't get to the hospital, which is here. Can you get to the hospital? Yeah, you can get to the hospital. I think this one's got a bit of a problem. I don't think you've got any food at the moment. So what I have done is to try and improve. I think what I will do is we'll let ordinary passengers get into here, because I think they can get to the hospital once this has been built. Yeah, so there was a bit of a mistake there, but I don't really want to start expanding Southampton again at the moment, because as you can see, what we have got in here is unemployment. So what I need to do is try and keep this guy busy, but with see, at the moment he's just busy with maintenance and footpaths and rubbish like that. Actually, I think what I might do is we're just going to shove a mud road in there, start getting that built. I mean, it's make work, but it's got to be built eventually, so we might as well just start building it. In fact, we got a ship dock here as well, so I think yeah, one of the problems I'm developing at the moment is because I've got 3 big centres with things going on in all 3 centres, it's keeping track of what's going on is a bit tricky. Now, I was about to say I've got planned something here because what we've got here is we are on the 5th of April and we are running out of crops, although I think we've got quite a lot of food, but I need to get this set up with respect to a cargo train, which is something else we need to do. Let me just see. The problem's going to be is how can I get this train to work with this train, because this train at the moment needs both sides of the track. But I think if I can, if we, no, I don't want that. Remove view. Let me just put these in at the moment. I'm gonna, looks mixed actually. Do that. I think the other thing I will do here as well, put you in there. Of course, this has to be left hand side, so we'll put you there, put you there. See if we can break this track up a little bit. This is technically a temporary fix. Right, I'm gonna need to buy a train here. We're gonna buy a steam train, a steam locomotive. We're running with the PM3s at the moment, so we'll get you in there. The problem we're gonna have is this guy's coming backwards and forwards through here. I think if I can break up, what I'll do is I'll put a mixed signal here, like that, and mixed signal there. Actually, no, I think we'll put an ordinary, signals in there, because the chain signal says that this has to be clear. Let me put this is messy, very, very messy. Put you there. That means that you have to be able to get to there. And actually, if I put you mixed signal there, and I put you there, that kind of breaks the track up. Hopefully this will work. If not, I'm going to have to manage the train because individually. Apologies for this, I'm getting a little bit distracted. As I said, part of the problem I've got now is actually being able to try and work out what we've got, capacity. What have we got here? We've got the best wagons we got. I'm looking more for speed over wagons. We got this one here. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have we got the train into here? What I'm going to need you to do is pick up there and deliver the wagons to there. Oh, he's got no fuel. Okay, let's see if this will work, because he's going to have to go to the coaling station, isn't he? Oh, great. Well, this train's on the way back. If he can get a full load of coal, like playing with an electronic train set, isn't it? He should be able to get to there. He's actually going back through the rail distribution office. Oh well, that's fair enough. Just want to make sure that this, he can get some fuel. Right, he's going to get a full load of coal. See, once I put him in the rail distribution office, he'd be a lot better, and things would be a lot easier to work with. But I don't want to put too many crossovers in this area. Okay, so he's now got a full load of coal. We'll see if he can get back and work backwards and forwards with this. Now he's actually, oh no, he's come back through here, which is good. This train's coming down this way. Once he crosses this line here, that will let this guy go here. He can change lines now, so he can find his own path. And he should go to, what we'll do is we'll just follow him to the border and see how well he actually does. Right, he can pull full at 3 at a time. Good. He should be okay now. How are we doing here? Okay, we're running out of crops, so we do need to get this going fairly quickly. And you can see he's come in here. This is the reason I put this crossover in, is so that he can run backwards and forwards. Right, so if you follow the, if you watch the previous video, you'll be aware that I planned these metro lines, and I was talking about the length of time it takes to do the tunnelling, and that we won't get a tunnelling machine until about 1968. But I've got a cunning plan, which I think should work. Pioneer. That's 2 ends. Yeah, I think we need to do 1 here. What I'm looking for is a Pioneer Rail Construction Office. Now, flip that the other way. Now, this is a pre-construction railway construction office here. And what this will do, and what I'm going to do is, we're going, this only uses fuel. What I'm going to do is, we're going to, where's the wood-based track? I'll run you to there. We're gonna allocate you to here. and we're gonna make this high priority. Now the idea is going to be is that we're going to put a train in here. Let's have a look at what our track building options are. What have we got in the way of track builders? But we're going to have to use fuel, not actual coal, although we could use coal, because the train could actually work out how well it wants to. Oh, he's on his last run. Wow. Okay. Let me just see. Wow, he did that pretty quick. Right, this guy is in here. What I want him to do now is come here, load crops, and I want you to unload crops here to 10%. The distance is short. Let me just look at this while I'm... He's got a little bit of fuel. Okay. Gas station. You're full. Okay. Okay, you've got a little bit of space. Right. I'm not sure whether this will actually work. If it doesn't work, then... because technically this doesn't need power. We'll see if we can get some fuel into here. If we can't, what we may have to do is see if it will run with a coal-fired track set. But it will have to come out here and up to here and back in again. Which we could do. Anyway, we'll just see if that will work. Okay, it's saying it's got a problem. What's up? We've got the signal. Okay, we're gonna have to okay, you're wrong. Oops. You're gonna have to go that way, like that with that. Oh, it's sorted out. Perhaps if you unpause the game. And he will go into there. Oh, he's going to go and pick up some more. That's okay, because I'm quite happy with the fact that we're going to keep this busy. The other thing I've also done, if I show you the economy, is we are now exporting mech components to try and give us a little bit more money in this area. As I say, if you watch the last part, I was working on this and we put this in here, and when I was looking at this I had a bit of an idea of the fact is that whether I could, because of course we're going to have to get workers into here from Leamington-on-Sea. My original plan was to actually put a rail connection in here, and we still might do that, but what I'm thinking is that we might be able to put in a subsidiary workforce into here. Yeah, that's the usual one. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put in pedestrian underpass. I want the shortest possible distance. That's the right way round. So we're gonna put you there. Put you there. Go underground. Put you up with a tunnel. And to get the walking distance, I'm actually going to use a connection with lamps here. Then we are going to come there to there like that. And hopefully this will, wow, yeah, 374. This one's not so important because we could do this one with buses from Lymington, but this would be quite a key link against the fact that we may not get something laying into here. You're in port here. You should have coal and water into here now, so that shouldn't be a problem. Right, we've now got this sorted out. We've got this sorted out now. Now we can get to war stock. What I will do is we've got 6 pages. I'm just going to clear all the messages from there. War stock generally is going okay. We've got no research in 1954. I think we might have research in 1955. Now, what I've got now is we've got the line coming down here. And what I've done is I've electrified to here, and I think these guys have run out of work, and I'm gonna have to try and micro. Yeah. So we're going to try and what I want to do. This is where it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how the. Oops, come too far over. We're going to have to change these signals. Change you. Put these in as mixed. And what we need to do is get to the silo. I'm not worried about the other ones here. What I need is these to be double tracked here. The reason I'm doing this is that what I want to do is start upgrading this line here all the way to there. And yeah, I don't think you haven't detected it. No, didn't think you would. What I want is this being built. And what I want to do is we're going to electrify one side all the way up to here. Now the next thing is I'm going to kind of run the risk here of messing up this line here. So what we're going to do is this one, I'm actually because this is like a side branch line, what I'm going to do is just upgrade, electrify this track. Is that being picked up? Yep. So what I want to do is electrify this back out to here. I think we can electrify this quite safely. So this will stay wooden electric track out back to here, but this has got to become upgraded to concrete. So we've got this sorted out, but what I'm gonna have to do is just try and keep an eye on what's going on, because this is going to be quite important. Another interesting point we're going to have to do is try and electrify into here as well. So we're going to keep working our way up this way with respect to this area here. Right, so we've kind of got most of the things that I got on my list to do. This has got loads of props in here at the moment, which is good. This one's empty. Let me just check over here. Yep, so this is going good. Oh, the other thing I've also done is I've put in some town halls in, because when I was doing the checks, these were not really going that well. So what I've actually done is I've planned town halls in all these buildings here. And I've also put one in Eastleigh as well. Come to think, just to show you that. Can't remember where I put it. We've got one here. So this one's actually built. The reason I've put these in is that it gives me a better idea of what the consumption is, resources and things like that. Immigrant invitations, Soviet bloc, 134,000. I think that's historical from when we started. That also reminds me is that I know it's not particularly that important, but as you can see, we were over 30,000. And what I've done now is got the Soviet Republic expert achievement, which is to get to 30,000. And I think we've not allowed for, I think, over a few year period to use foreign workers. So you've got to do it by actually growing your internal population, which, think about, we've got 600. Problem is, where would I absorb that population into? And because we can't absorb it into Southsea. Actually, I think what we might do, how much unemployment have we got here? We've got a few people unemployed, but we don't have that many people going that way. I think what I might do, apologies for the digression, the trouble's going to be is the food store here. Is there a footpath out of here? Yes, there is. Good. I think we'll put a footpath in there. Get the road crew on. I don't know what's going on here. Build that there. And get that built to there. And I think what we're going to do is we've got the question is, I don't really want to expand that way too quick, that much. And these are 140, but they take up a lot of space. What I'm looking for is some fairly compact apartments, residential. I mean, we've got our favourite, the Jade ones, but we've got Empire State built, Empire buildings. What are these? You've got 100 and that's Empire Flats, 140. So these have got a kind of blank end to them. Oh, never built these. Let's just give these a go. I'll put you in there. Angle you very slightly. Can we do that? Okay, let's just build something that maybe something like that. Create a kind of terrace down here. You've got 30, you've got 80. Okay, we'll just put you on the end here. If you've got okay, you've got like an arch set there. Okay, let's just change that a bit. Oops, cancel. You made a mistake there. Must admit, I've never built these. I've got no idea where they came from. That's a 5 arch set. Okay, we'll put you in the center like that. Something like that. Put you there. And we'll put you on the border just there like that. And we'll see what that looks like. I mean, it looks like pretty good terrace. The only problem we got here is this. That could be an issue. But what we could do is put a path up the back like that. And then we will hook you in there from behind like that. Problem with you then is whether these guys will be able to get to the store, which they won't be able to do, but that's okay because you won't be able to get to the store either. So we're probably looking at another shop up here, are we? But this could be quite interesting. What I will do is that we'll just make sure that no, can you get to the store? You can, so that's good. You can't. Can you get to the store? You can as well. But you can as well. So it's just this guy and this guy who will have a problem getting to the store, because he's not actually connected at all. Let me just put you. Oh no, cancel. I'm not quite ready for. Put you on there like that. Can you get to the store? Yes, you can get to the store. So what we might do is build this and actually leave it empty, so it would just be aesthetic because it's only 30 people residents. So we'll create a kind of an aesthetic wall kind of up here like this with the footpath behind it, just out of curiosity. And we got jade apartments here that are being built, so let me just you there, you're building that, what have we got here? We got jade apartments here as well. Missing resource gravel. I have a problem with gravel. No, I think it's just delivery. Okay, let me just you come there. Right, I finally got to what I want to do. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Game, you are not nice. Probably the first fire we've had for fire extinguisher. Yeah, okay, so that is very, very antisocial game. Okay, so we're gonna have to clear that up. Yeah, it's the risk you run when you're building at range. Alright, we're gonna have to clear that up and rebuild it. I suppose at the moment is our nearest fire station. Let me just check my fire coverage now. Not that I'm getting a bit twitchy, but that's good. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna have to live with the fire problems. How's our... This guy is working away quite nicely. Laying the track there. Let me just check over here. Right, it looks like this bit has been built. Right, let me just look at these signals here. Okay, what we're going to have to do is put the mix signal there. Just fiddle around with this and put them. Okay, we'll put the bidirectional in there. Okay, back over to here. You should have detected that. Yep. We can get this electrified all the way through here. It'd be great. Right, let's finally get some work done in Southsea, because this area is coming together quite quickly. Right, what I want is some reasonably positioned buildings. You've got 68%. I want fairly good percentages here. And these are 120 workers. I think we can go with 120s here. And we could get, you'd be within walking distance, so I think if we come out here begin with, I think that will work. So let me just see, 100, is that the maximum we can get? We've got 150s here, but is that going to be, I think what we'll do is we'll put, because that will fit in there really nicely. So we're going to put 115 there. We'll put you in opposition, because I'd really like to kind of mix up the building types here. So that gives us 300 workers. What else have we got in here? 150, 115. What we got here? That's 90. A few 90s could be useful, especially near here. I'm going to put some 90s in. Thank you, game. I'm going to put a couple of 90s here. It's 108. Actually, we're going to put a row of 90s through here like this. What these will do is provide the workforce, local workforce, this way, so we can create everything coming out this way. And then what I can do is run you. Okay, I've put lights in. I'm going to concede defeat, game, and accept the fact that you want me to put lighting in here. I think in some ways that'll look quite cool, because we will be getting power from the power station, which we need to bring in. And then what we'll do is we'll run, we'll split this here like that. We will run, right, actually we can run you to there and you to there like that. So that will give us that. And then what we could do is that would be close to there, which is a tram stop. So what we could do is put a school in this corner. Actually, we could put a school here. Well, that would be actually no, because if we put a school somewhere, no, I like to have the schools somewhere, because we might expand this way. So we're going to put a school. What's the biggest school we got? We've got a fairly big school here. I'll put the school just in there like that. We'll put the paths in afterwards. Kindergarten 150. This says it's actually, ooh, we could get the kindergarten tucked in there. It's kind of not collision, so that will look a bit messy. Actually, we'll put the kindergarten just alongside, so it's an integrated educational establishment like that. That means we're actually put that there. I think what we will do is we'll run footpath. Something like that. Accept that. Delete that so that we can put this in properly. Like that. And then we'll run a split of footpath through there like that. So that should, once all this is connected up, this should be in range. This should even be in range of the cinema. Although what we will need to do is put a footpath connecting to this, because this is a connection to the tram stop. Although technically the tram stop counts as a bus stop. So what we could do is extend people's range by actually doing something. So we could do a connection like that, although that might not. No, I think what we might do is we're going to run a footpath through there and hook you up to there like that and trim you back, because I don't know where you're going at the moment. So what that will mean is that this will spread this whole range. You can see it goes all the way to this. So that, I think that's enough to be going on with at the moment. And of course this is going to have to be rebuilt. At least the demolition crew are on their case very, very quickly. This guy's pretty overloaded, so actually I've just had a no, I can't do it because there's no workforce, is there? Okay, you've got spare capacity. You don't have, oh, you neither of you doing that much, so right. We do need someone working on that, so that we've got the connection to there. You can work on that. Actually, thinking about construction offices. Right, we got. This is my new road crew. It's got power because we put a wind turbine in. What I want to do is. Let me just see. I want to set you up. I don't want you doing. You can do buildings, you can do footpaths, you can do factory connections, you can do electrical wiring. Want you to do. You can support that there. Right. You're going to need fuel as far out. You can deliver fuel there. This guy needs to do some work here, but part of me says that this really needs to be moved out to here, but I think what we'll do is so what are you guys building here? Right, you've got these here. What have we got here? Right, we've got the paving crews here, so what I'm going to do is pick you up. Oh no, we don't need it. You go to there. What vehicles do you need to transfer? Right, we've got the MZ200s. What we're going to do is get a couple of MZ200s in here. Open hole. Get a couple of those. I'm going to copy all the sources over. The reason I'm putting this here is that I want to really start pushing out this way with respect to asphalting. But because if I show you this one here. This guy, you can see he can just about get out to here, but he's now beyond range, which is not good. In fact, let me just do this while I'm thinking about it. Get that built. So the idea is that this one will have a little bit more range. I need some bulldozers. The trouble is, we're going to buy some bulldozers. What bulldozers have we got here? No, again. $15, $14. Wow. We've got a bat M here, but that's a lot of money. And I'm a little bit concerned that that might not be year 15. We got the Stanolits. Okay, we got the Stanolits 65. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. What I do need though is an open hole here. You pick up this here. You should be able to carry these to here and deliver those. And what we will need here, we've got the fuel on the way. What's the best dumpers that we've got now? Capacity. Year 60, year 61, year 61. We got these, so we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to begin with. Well, I got that little bit there. That's going to annoy me. So get that built, and we will. Where are you? Can never find the. There it is here. I think this will need some assistance because it's only a very short distance, and it could cause a problem. But the idea is that we're going to start really pushing these out and getting this all asphalted in. Come on, we can handle that. That's okay. And I'm starting to run out of time on this video, so what I'm going to do is we're just going to go back to Milford-on-Sea and see how well. Yeah, this guy's still keeping going. We're going to have to stop my extravagant expending. Okay, these guys have got this working in here. I'm really looking forward to being able to build this, but we need modern industry again. That was Salt. Get rid of that annoying message for good. Right, actually, in the vein of moving construction offices, I think this construction office is really in the wrong place. I mean, I think, how big is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fours are 24. I think it's time to put a construction office. You've got that road goes down into there. Right, let's build a time for a new construction office. This is the biggest one we've got. I want it to have power. See, this doesn't have power. It would if it was over here, but I think we're going to put you in here. I think this would be a good compromise, but as far out as I can get you, I'm going to put you here. You've got fire coverage, so you won't burn down. what I'll most likely do is move these guys. Where are you? This construction office can then move up to here once this is built. So actually we'll push the priority on that, because the advantage with this is that when we come to build up Lymington here, these guys will be a lot closer, because otherwise what they'll be doing is coming out here to pick the source up. So this is becoming a little bit redundant, so we can kind of get rid of it. The harvest is now started, which is good, which means that this train should do nothing. I just want to take a quick look at the status here. Where is it? Southampton. Yeah, we got there, but the important thing is that we're going to fill these silos up with crops, but this one will have the reserve, which will keep this guy going fairly flat out. We just need more workforce into here, don't we? Yeah, we're not really building the capacity at the moment, but it's good because it's consistent. Let me just, I think we got a bit of a problem here with these short, and it's tying up my construction crews. So let me just get some workforce on here. You can see this guy is, these have got a bit of a problem. Do the same here. Did I name this? Yep, Chatham Road Crew. Oops. Battery connections, auto. Right, we're going to push you out this way, because we're going to give you lots and lots of nice work to do. This needs to be built to make that connection. Okay. When you get to these, push you out this way, because we need to build this out to get to our steel plant. Give these guys a bit of a shove. Don't think we want you picking up conveyors either, or buildings actually. I think we just need you running pure, doing repairs, plumbing, sewage tank. Get rid of you, get rid of the flats here, get rid of you, and that gets that going. Right, just to finish off, I'm just going to do the check here. Right, what I need to do now is drag this over this area here all the way to just make sure this guy has picked this up, because he's run out of work again. Electrify into there. That means that these guys have managed to electrify all the way to here. Shove you there. And what we're going to do is, you've electrified this to there. Get you to there, get you to there. Then it means we can then do this side, we do this side, we can get that connected. See, this is a little bit suspicious because we've got a power junction there. So what is actually missing here? We just okay, let me just go back to here. Okay, we've got a short length of track there that hasn't been electrified. Great. Okay, we're gonna have to put you into there as well. Just add that to the list. Yeah, hopefully it will get picked up. Well, I'll make sure it's picked up. So yeah, we certainly don't want gaps in the power. Where are you? Get over to here. Let's allocate you as well. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.